I'm sorry, my name is Stephen Meeks.
Oh, this is Todd Anderson.
Yeah, sure. Valedictorian, National Merits, and English, and trig.
Neil, I've just spoken to Mr. Nolan. I think that you're taking too many extra... Fellas, would you excuse us for a moment? Don't you ever dispute me in public, you understand?
Father, I wasn't disputing
After you finished medical school, I know how much this means to your mother, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Like you guys tell your parents off? Mr. Future Lawyer and Mr. Future Banker?
Okay, so I don't like it.
Well, I wouldn't lose too much sleep over it. It's just a bunch of jerks trying to impress Nolan.
Pal.
Thanks.
Joe Bessence, pick 3 laboratory experiments from the project.
Agricola. Again, please. Agricola.
Your study of trigonometry.
It's back.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. Not a clue. It's from a poem by Walt Whitman about Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Now, in this class, you can either call me Mr. Keating or the facts. Yes, I, too, attended Helton. I survived. And no, at that time, I was not the mental giant you see before you. Now, Mr. Pitts. It's a rather unfortunate name. Mr. Pitts.
The virgins to make much of time?
Yes, that's the one. Somewhat appropriate. Thank you, Mr. Pitts. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. The Latin term for that sentiment is carpe, usual name. Seize the day. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. Because believe it or not, each and every one of us in this room is one day going to stop breathing, turn cold. They're not that different from you, are they? Destined for great things, just like many of you. Their eyes are full of hope, just like you. Did they wait until it was too late to make from their lives even one? You can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Go on, lean in. Listen. You hear it? Hear it? Your lives extraordinary.
Spooky, if you ask me. He'll test us on that stuff? Oh, come on, Cameron. Don't you get anything? What?
Sounds great, doesn't it? Anything's better than Helton hash nuts.
I'll second that.
Yeah, we'll see. Do you think I might mess it up a little? Coming to the study group tonight?
I'll get it. Hi.
This is the Danburys, right?
Are you here to see Chet?
Mrs. Danbury?
No.
How are you? Joe Danbury.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Well, he's a spitting image of his father, isn't he? How is he? Come on in.
Oh, he's great. He just did a big case for GM.
Yeah.
Just replace these numbers here with X for X and Y.
Of course.
Of course, so what's the problem?
Well, do you think I can get in there?
Awful.
What? What happened? Tonight.
That wouldn't be a radio in your lap, would it, Mr. Pitts?
No, sir. Science experiment.
Mr. Perry, will you read the opening paragraph of the preface entitled Understanding Poetry?
Understanding poetry. 1, how artfully has the objective of the poem been rendered? And 2, how important is that objective? Question 1 rates the poem's perfection. Question 2 rates the horizontal of a graph, and its importance is plotted on the vertical. Then calculating the total area of the poem yields the average on the horizontal. A Shakespearean sonnet, on the other hand, would score high both horizontally and vertically. Yielding to evaluate poems in this manner grows, so will your enjoyment and understanding of poetry.
We're talking about poetry. How can you describe poetry like American Bandstand? Well, I like Byron. I give him a 42, but I can't dance to him. Rip it out. Go on. Rip it out. Thank you, Mr. Dalton. Gentlemen, shred the tear, rip it out. I want to hear nothing but ripping of Mr. Pritchard. We'll perforate it, put it on a roll. Not the Bible, you're not going to... Rip it out, rip!
Mr. Keating.
Mr. McAllister.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were here.
This is a battle, a war, and the casualties could be your hearts and souls. Thank you, Mr. Dalton. Armies of academics going forward, measuring. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world. Now, see that look in Mr. Pitt's eye, like 19th century literature. We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. It's engineering. These are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, what good amid these, oh me, oh life? Answers. That the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse.
May the Lord make us truly grateful. Amen.
McAllister.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. It was very fascinating. Misguided though I was.
I think so.
You take a big risk by encouraging them to become artists.
Never pegged you as a cynic.
Not a cynic. A realist. Tennyson?
Keating.
Need to do anything. Die, man. Mr. K was a hellraiser. What's it at Poet Society?
Picture in the AM.
Sir? Say something. Oh, Captain, my Captain?
Gentlemen.
We were just...
God.
What was the Dead Poets Society?
Can you keep a secret? The dead poets were dedicated to sucking the marrow out of life. Thank you, Mr. Perry, for this stroll down Amnesia Lane. Burn that, especially my picture.
I say we go tonight.
Tonight? Wait a minute.
Everybody in?
Where's this cave he's
It's
talking
beyond the stream. I know where it is.
It's miles.
Oh, shit, Sherlock.
You boys there! Hurry up!
All right. Who's in?
Oh, come on, Neil Hager's there.
Forget Hager. No.
Pitts. Pittsy, come on.
Grades are hurting, Charlie.
You can help him, Meeks. What is this, a midnight study group?
Forget it, Pitts. You're coming. Meeks, your grade's hurting too?
I'll try anything once.
They swoon. But why do they swoon? Charlie, tell me why they swoon.
Stop chattering and sit down.
Keating said that everybody took turns reading, and I don't want to do that.
What if you didn't have to read? What if you just came and listened?
That's not how it works.
Forget how it works. What if...
Oh, shut up, will you?
That's for my brush my teeth. Get it, hurry up. Get off.
Put out that racket in there.
Funny. You're real funny.
That's too much.
Are you okay? You trying to smoke us out of here? No, the smoke's went right up this opening. I hereby reconvene the Dead Poets Society. Well, the meetings will be conducted by... I went to the woods because I wanted to live deliberately. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life.
I'll second that.
Just...
All right, intermission. Dig deep right here. Right here. Lay it down.
On the mud? We're gonna put our food on the mud.
Miggs, put your coat down. Picnic blanket.
Sir.
I'll need the other half.
Come on.
Oh, you want me to put it back?
It was a dark and rainy night, and this old lady, who had a passion for jigsaw puzzles, was her very own room. And the figure in the center of the puzzle, as she completed it, was herself. And with trembling hand, I heard was the sound of breaking glass.
Oh,
yes, this is true. This is true.
I've got one that's even better than that.
That one.
I'm kidding not. I got that in camp at 6th grade.
In a remote abode in the Shandkill Road lived a man named William Bloat.
Now, he had a wife. Can I hear a real poem? You ready? No, I don't. It's out here. What did you bring up?
You memorized the poem?
You memorized a poem? Look, move up.
An original piece by...
Oh, where did you get that?
Teach me to... And learn to love from me.
Wow. Did you write that? Not too late to seek a newer world, for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset. And though we are not now that strength which in old days...
Cutting through the forest with a golden track. And I saw the Congo creeping through the black. Cutting through the forest with a golden track. Taking me to walk away.
A man is not very tired, he is exhausted. And don't use very sad. Use, come on, Mr. Are you a man or an amoeba? Mr. Perry. I know. A lot of you look forward to this about as much as you look forward to root canal work. We're going to talk about Shakespeare as someone who writes something very interesting. Now,
With Shakespeare can be different. Friends, Romans, countrymen. Let me rest.
you can also imagine...
Oh, not just now.
I do enjoy a good dog once in a while, sir. You can have yourself a 3-course meal from one dog.